Hello, Life Embracing. Happy Tuesday. This is Gretchen. How are you? Wonderful subscribers. We love you. Kisses. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about awareness of behaviors because it's something that I personally have been dealing with lately. Because I'm not in recovery, I don't have the same tools that a lot of the other girls do, or people that I've come in contact with that are dealing with eating disorders. But what I've noticed lately, because of a new awareness, is that I'm very acutely aware when I am doing the behavior that keeps me in that sickness. When I'm eating things I know I shouldn't be eating, and I'm telling myself when I sit down that I'm going to stop when I'm full, and I don't. And so it's like I'm aware that I'm doing it. And I'm at this point where I feel frustrated. It kind of reminds me, back in the day, years ago when I was in college, I used to take calls for a suicide and crisis hotline. And we get a lot of community members who were mentally ill, but because of the state of medical care for them, they weren't able to see therapists and doctors as often as they needed to. So we were often their therapist in a way, their touchstone. And I would talk to people who were schizophrenic or manic depressive or obsessive compulsive, especially, where they knew they were sick. They knew that what they were saying or what they thought they were seeing or the voices they thought they were hearing, they knew they weren't real. They knew it was the disease, and yet they couldn't stop the behavior. And that's kind of how I feel lately. I feel like, I don't feel right in my body. I don't feel right in my mind with how I am choosing to deal with emotions. And I'm hoping that that awareness leads me to higher ground, that awareness can lead me to greater health. And, I'm a pretty well-educated person. I read a lot. I know everything there is to know about food. Honestly, I could tell you the caloric the caloric counts of so many different things. And so there's that part of me that says, why are you doing this? You know that this isn't good for you. You know that that has X amount of fat and calories, and it's going to do this to you. And then there's the other part of me that says, but it feels good, but it tastes good. And I feel that constant battle. It's the devil and the angel saying, you don't need that. Yes, you do. It'll make you feel better. So that's what I'm dealing with right now, is the burden of knowledge. Because knowing what I'm doing to myself, it makes it a lot harder, but it also makes me more hopeful, if that makes any sense. I don't know. So I guess the main point of that I wanted to make is that there's a power in awareness. There's a power in knowing what you're dealing with. There's a power in identifying the feelings behind the behaviors. And because behaviors mean nothing without purpose. I got bit by my mother-in-law's dog this weekend. Ow. Not happy about that. But I sat and thought about behaviors, or the purpose of those behaviors and where those came from. And he was abused by his last owner, and I could be angry at that dog, and I am. Believe me, I am. But without awareness of the behavior, or the what's behind the behaviors, I think we're a lot quicker to be cruel to ourselves and to want to throw that little dog across the room. I didn't. Be kind to yourself. Have awareness. I'm going to start writing my awarenesses down. I think that will definitely help that be more concrete for me. And maybe writing those down, I don't know, maybe that will help to cement them somehow in my thinking. So instead of thinking about it while I'm doing the behaviors. I'll think about it before. Let's hope. So I encourage everybody this week to have awareness and to think about how you're thinking or feeling when you feel the urge to do something that isn't good for you, whether it's smoking or eating or, calling that boyfriend that treats you like crap. What are you thinking? Are you lonely? Are you unhappy? Are you excited and anxious? Are you, what is it? And maybe find a different way to deal with it. Just one little alternative way. That's what I'm going to do this week. Have a great week. Love you guys. Embrace life.